Hello everyone! Welcome back to Power Rangers Centurion, your favorite Power Rangers live stream happening on Alternis every other Wednesday. I am John McDonald, I am the GM for this game. If you recognize my voice, that's because I'm usually the GM / Zordon for Power Rangers stuff here at REM, including Becoming Mighty and Morphin, which you can find in the Alternis archives, which releases a new episode every Friday morning and is currently doing a super cool Deadlands playthrough that I am loving because it's weird and wild and it's Western. Zordon himself does not seem to be the mentor for the Centurion Ridge Rangers. They've only gotten a chance to talk to Alpha 5, but that may change. Who knows? Don't forget to check out the Alternis Discord during May. I am also the GM for something called Destination Investigations, which was part of the Streamathon and is part of a new series that I'm going to be GMing, still based in the Essence 20 system, but it's a ghost hunting thing. And I'm having a special one-shot that I'm auctioning off seats for people that want to be on the ghost hunting stream, and it's not going to be recorded. It's going to be a game that only the 6 people at the table learn about. Auction seats are fairly reasonable. They start at $20 for a seat, and it's going to help to fund my MFA move to Chicago for the best MFA program ever, because I'm in it. So yeah, feel free to come and hang out in the Alternis Discord no matter what, but also to play in a really cool one-shot where you may or may not survive, just like the Rangers may or may not survive against Ooze. Who knows? Let's go around the table, and I'll have the Rangers introduce themselves while they consider what your next step is while in the practically abandoned radio station near the phone company building. We have a couple of Rangers that are not here at the moment, one whose Discord is acting kind of funky, and the other one who's not feeling well. And so they are going to be staying in the radio station, and the other Rangers will be going out to do whatever the Rangers are going to decide. Let's begin with Isabitz, who is on every stream at Alternis all the time, day and night, here always, perpetually and forever.
I live here. I'm Isbitz. Hello. I am here all the time. I am on Like Clockwork as Drusilla. I am on the Becoming Mighty and Morphin podcast as Jane, the Red Ranger. I am here every other Friday for Well of the Worlds as Freya. I think that's it, actually. I think that's
You do have Well of the Worlds this week as well, because every time you have a Centurion week, it's also Well of the Worlds week, which is pretty cool.
Yes. I am also on every other Tuesday on Lucas G Variety as the Yellow Ranger. So yeah, I just all Power Ranger all the time for me.
I'm so excited because the Across the Stars chorus book adds in stuff for like Silver Rangers. So eventually you're just going to start collecting like all the Spectrum colors.
That's my goal.
That's all you're doing.
That's my goal. Right now I'm 3 different colors and a Zordon for a fun game. So yeah, that's my goal, is to be all of the colors at once.
I mean, you sicked bees on us in the For Fun games. I don't know how fun that was, but this is me talking.
What do Big teethy bees.
Big teethy bees.
They were amazing, and I had so much fun.
Speaking of giant bees with teeth, we're going to move on to Grim, who plays here in this game and also plays against the giant bees with teeth every other Saturday with me. But here today, you are here as the Red Ranger. Hello.
I am. I'm here as the Red Ranger. This week during Tuesdays, I'm a Green Ranger who is kind of surly. And I'm also in Well of the Worlds. So, you know, I play a few Power Rangers. I'm up to 3 colors. I would like to hit all of them at some point. Because I'm playing a Blue Ranger on the game with the TTBs. We called them Demons. I don't know who came up with that name. It was kind of funny.
If somebody wants to watch you as a Green Ranger, is that something that's streaming, or is that just happening for fun?
It's streaming on Lucas G Variety, actually. We do it on Tuesdays. Every other Tuesday we're playing Fallout, which is next week. And then Power Rangers is the same week we play here.
He can't get rid of me.
It's alright. It is.
I also enjoy playing with Elizabeth, and I definitely really enjoy playing with John Blair slash Chunky Love, because that's their Discord name. And they're here today as the fabulous, saucy Felix Boucheron.
Yes, hi, it's me, John Blair, aka Chunky Love, aka Felix Boucheron. You can also hear my beautiful voice as Brick Kerrigan on the Becoming Mighty and Morphin podcast. Yeah, I don't know about collecting all of the colors from all the other Rangers in other games. I think I am stuck with this one spectrum. We'll see what the future holds for me, but pink seems to be my color.
You, sir, make a fabulous Pink Ranger.
Oh well, thank you so much. They say the color chooses you. You don't choose the color, right? So, I wear it with pride.
And we enjoy having you here quite a bit. I enjoy having you all of here, and the rest of the Rangers are here in spirit, if not in truth. Thank you for rocketing through those introductions, Rangers, and don't forget to take your story point for being in this episode, and for all of you out there watching. If you're not watching live, please do come and watch live. But if you are watching live, you can be involved in the world and not just view it by becoming a member of the Ridge Ranger Ally Club, which is a lot to say. Following the Alternis Twitch channel is one way you can become a member of the Ridge Ranger Ally Club, and you will be able to gift an extra story point to the Ranger of your choice for doing so. You can also give bits for things like Ernie Coppers, which at the low price of 100 bits will allow the Ranger of your choice a shift up on one skill check of their choosing without penalty. There are also Alpha Silvers, Radbug Golds, and for those who choose to subscribe to the Alternis Twitch, a Morphin Master Point with 3 very powerful, helpful choices that the Ranger holding the point can make whenever they want to use it. I want to say thank you for being a part of this Ranger community. Thank you, Rangers, for being here. And now, without further ado, it's time to get more phenomenal. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. as the Discord gods have allowed Alex / Eric to join us. So, Alex, if you'd like to say hello and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Eric. I'm playing Alex. Computer difficulties aside, I made it.
You did. You also make fabulous dice as North Foundry. If people need dice, does North Foundry make? Do you just do dice, or do you other things?
What else do? We do different sets of gaming coins that are themed, like Dragon, Elf. We have our class coins. We have dice trays. We do dice containers. We have our own line of maps and minis now. But lots of dice. Mainly lots and lots of dice.
Well, I have to say, Alex really doesn't need the help of a map right now because you all did get to kind of the waypoint station between Ernie's pawn shop and the phone / telecommunications company. You all got to the radio station. Sadly, there was no one in the radio station. It was actually kind of vacant. And you're all still kind of, because you were in pretty close proximity, it's still buzzing in your ear that for some reason the Pink Ranger was awarded level 2 armor. I don't know if anyone else has thought about that, but that is something you all heard. And now you kind of have a choice to make. Leia has volunteered to stay behind and kind of keep working at the radio station while the rest of you keep going, or you can really do whatever you want to do. But if you fix whatever's going on with telecommunications, Ivan Ooze has gotten a hold of, you'll be able to keep in touch with Alpha, which would be really great considering your new Power Rangers on your own.
That will be a smart idea. We should go. Also, it helps to have somebody have a fallback point in case we have to escape.
Liam makes a comment, I really just want to kick one of these birds in the face. And so it probably feels pretty good. If you are speaking, Felix, we cannot hear you.
I say we head towards the TV station.
That was the plan.
Sounds like the best bet.
The phone company is closer. If you want to do the TV station, you will actually literally have to double back to Ernie's and then go the opposite direction.
Oh, I think that's what I meant to say was the phone company.
I was like, you can go to the TV station. I just can't guarantee if you'll get there without repercussions. But it is right there. You can see it. Whatever the Tangas were doing to make like little canyons out of the cars they'd been moving, when you approached them and the jackhammer monster in the last game, they pretty much left an open path, so you can see the phone building. It is a Bauhaus-style gray block cement building. It's not very cheerful, but it does what it needs to do. If you all want to head there while Leia stays behind, you are definitely welcome to do that. And when you get up to kind of the edge of the parking lot, you notice the cars have been moved a little bit by the Tangas, so they make kind of a little bit of a maze to get to the actual building itself. So, yes, how would you like to proceed? Do you want to go through the maze?
Does it look like they made a roof?
There is a roof. You are pretty far away. You can try jumping to the roof if you wish to.
What I meant was the maze of cars. Did they like make a roof on the maze of cars?
It is a single level maze. It's like just tall enough that so yeah, you could try to jump on a car if you want to.
Yeah.
If you wish to jump on a car, give me an acrobatics roll, please.
At least we could try and get a bird's eye view. Anybody have an issue with getting a bird's eye view?
No, sounds like a good idea.
All right. I am hilariously bad at this, though. Does anybody else want to try it?
No.
Acrobatics?
It's an
Yes,
acrobatics roll.
Sure, Felix will try it. 18.
That's an 18. You jump and you get on top of a blue SUV with a Black Lives Matter sticker on it. But as soon as you land, the sky gets really dark, and that 18 affords you the ability to dodge out of the way, and there's this purple bolt of lightning that comes down. Kind of like Zed has like an alarm system in, so when someone jumps on top of the car, they risk getting barbecued, but you avoid that. So you are on top of the maze, for lack of better terminology.
So I'm guessing that if I stay on top of this maze, I will continue to be shot at with purple lightning. Is that
The only way to know
something
is
that
to
I
do,
can-
but
Oh,
I've been
gosh.
your GM for a while, so you can take your
Okay.
chance.
Well, okay. So is there any way I can kind of like really quickly survey the maze to try and get a good idea of what
Yep.
Take a picture?
What I can see?
Cartography is under survival, so if you have a survival skill, now is a good time to use it.
I don't have a survival skill, but you know what? I will just roll the dice, huh?
If you don't have a point in it, you can you roll it with a snag.
Well, I got a 9, so
You got a 9. It's a maze. It's maze shaped. It's not corn maze, so it's not fun. It's not like Halloween themed. It's the cards start to look the same after a while. It's not a difficult maze, but as you're contemplating that, I need you to give me another acrobatics roll because Ooze isn't sure you got the point the first time because you're still standing on top of a car.
22.
That's great. You do a little hop. You get a little further in the maze, and you think somewhere you hear Ivanhoe scream, or maybe that's inside of your helmet, screaming in victory. Is anyone else going to try the cars, or is anyone going to attempt the maze?
I guess we have to do the maze. Unless we see another way.
Unless I just keep rolling that and I just get through the maze.
Yeah. I mean, but then you will be alone at the front of the phone. So it depends on how much you're willing to risk being saucy and breaking the party, because it's a full parking lot. So you will eventually be far enough away that they can't catch up to you.
What's
Okay,
the
well,
worst
since
that happens?
I get struck by purple lightning and die.
I mean, you wouldn't die
See, there you go.
from the first one.
Okay, all right. Well,
anybody that would like to navigate the maze, please give me a streetwise roll. Unless you can think of a better roll.
I have alertness with a specialization in investigation. Can I use that to figure out how to get through the maze instead of streetwise?
Sure.
Okay.
Performance to use echolocation.
Sorry, Brennan Lee Mulligan, that's not going to work in this Christmas forest. I like your moxie.
I got a 24.
But, I do like echolocation. Have we done this before? Yes. No, you haven't done echolocation before. I do like that though. I will keep that in the back pocket. So at 24, it's not a hard maze, Jules. Like, your character is probably a little too young, but you're probably the right age. So like the game Chips Challenge, did you ever play that on like an older PC? No, okay. So it's basically like doing like a maze that's circuit themed. So like this is not difficult. It's just cars that are kind of in the way. But you do know that if you get up on top of the car, you will get struck by lightning. So
okay, so this is the highest that I've rolled in this game this far.
Yeah.
Can I at least pretend that it's a really, really difficult maze and make everybody think that I'm super smart for figuring it out?
Oh, it is
You
a
can-
really difficult maze. I have no idea where I'm going.
I will say it's not a difficult maze, but you come across a car with an open window, and it has a badge hanging from the little mirror thing on the inside that looks like a key badge to get into the building.
I'm taking it.
All right, there you go. That is what your 24 granted you.
Yes.
Okay, so we have. If you would like to do performance for echolocation or to scream at Ivan Ooze, I will let you roll something else. Or you just went to the left when everybody else went to the right, and now you're like stuck between two big SUVs, and it's very maddening. So, Brick, did you stay on top of the cars? Get down?
This isn't
Well,
Brick.
Well, I just rolled streetwise, and I got an 8, which means I probably I feel like I should just be following
Yeah.
Jules.
You tried
But,
you tried to get down very saucily, and you just kind of like slipped off the hood a little bit, and so like you didn't like face plant, but like you're just like, hey, what are you doing? You're just kind of like they reach you, and you're just kind of like chilling on the car.
in like
Seeing that paint me like one of your
Titanic-
French girl poses.
Titanic,
Yeah, you've got like a
Titanic
full on.
pose.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
The
Ace,
purple guy is trying to murder me with lightning, so I decided I should probably get off of the cars.
Sounds smart. Sorry, I didn't expect you to get attacked by lightning.
It's not your fault. There are definitely some higher beings at play.
Ace, do you want to try to do an acrobatics roll to catch up with the group? Even
Oh,
knowing
no.
there's like
Oh,
no
no. No,
acrobatics?
no. I'm not even trained in that, so it's a guaranteed fail.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So you'll just be behind everyone a little bit. Give me another streetwise roll now that you're halfway through the maze.
The whole group?
Yes. If you're in the maze, please give me a streetwise roll.
Jeez. I got a 4. That's a D20 of a 1. I can re-roll that?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, you can reroll a 1. Yep, you should have plenty of story points stored up too, I think, so.
I do. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking.
That's what the story points are for.
Because I do have
Yeah,
quite a few skills in Streetwise, so it's maddening that I keep rolling low. 22.
22 is much better. Ace, you catch up. Jules, you kind of are at the back of the group now because you have the key card and you're examining it, which it's going to be very useful for you. Link, you got a 16. Link, you hear in your helmet, armor upgrade to level eminent. Stand by.
Oh.
Nothing happens, unfortunately. Like I don't know what you expect to happen when you hear that, but nothing happens after the message, so it must have gone through. All right.
Link is like looking at his armor. It's like, do I look more powerful?
Would you like to ask anyone if you look more powerful?
He's actually like saying that out loud, like absentmindedly. I don't look more powerful.
How far back am I? Would I have heard that?
Yes, you would have heard that. Like you're not far back enough that you are on your own.
Okay.
Because it's the cart is just leave enough room for you to walk behind each other to like the sides. So, yeah.
I don't even know what Felix's response to that would be.
Are you okay? Like what do you mean by that?
Weird video game alert.
What?
Yeah, I got a level 2 alert from the armor, I think.
Interesting.
Oh. Mine just came to me.
It did.
So it's interesting that it like tells you that it's gonna happen before it happens. Quirky.
All right. So you do get through the maze. Ooze is not happy, but it's still fun to just try to strike you with lightning out in the open. So no more lightning, which is nice. The sky does darken like a lot. It's fabulously ominous. But you get to a front door. There is a handle with a little black box right next to it that is approximately badge level.
Ooh! I found something. I think we can get in with this.
Oh,
She like pushes
cool.
her way over and sticks a key card in.
Correct. It does that little chirping thing key cards do, and you hear the door unlock with one of those little chunky siren noise thingies. And you end up entering a waiting room. It is a kind of medium-sized room, gray. The only other door you see is behind a woman at the front desk. She is clicking away on a computer. She looks up at you expectantly, kind of blankly. She's definitely human, but she reminds you a little bit of a bird. She has curly red hair, and there are pencils stuck in it. But mostly she's just like on her computer, and she's like, "Yes, do you have an appointment?"
Jules takes the key card back and puts it in her pocket, and then very quickly ducks behind Felix and everybody else so that she doesn't have to talk to anybody.
The badge actually drops to the floor because you don't have a pocket.
She very awkwardly like bends down and picks it up really quickly, and then still like is like crouching as she's picking it up and trying to like worm her way to the back of everybody.
The lady at the front desk kind of quirks her brow and just kind of looks at the four of you and just goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yeah, we're investigating an issue with a guy who shoots purple lightning. He's like probably going to try and take over this building, so we're here to make sure things don't go wrong.
You're investigating an issue? We don't have any exterminators. Nobody has told me about exterminators, so unless you have an appointment with someone, I can't let you in the back. Very sensitive equipment back there.
Felix is just gonna start like laughing because we're still in our power armor, correct?
You are still in your power armor. I'm glad that you've said that.
So we're just like standing there in our armor, dressed as Power Rangers, and so Felix is gonna laugh and just be like, listen, ma'am, we are superheroes and we are here to save the day. As I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a purple evil booger man on the airwaves trying to strike fear into the hearts and minds of the people of Centurion Ridge, and we are here to stop that once and for all. So if you would please let us through your door, or we're gonna have to just do it anyway. So
please give me a persuasion roll, Felix.
Oh, I'd love to.
She does. By the way, like her face does not like change as you're imparting this information.
$22.
She just sighs and goes, "All right, look, I know Joni's birthday is today, so it's fine. But next time, make sure someone calls in advance when you're going to come to do like the party stuff. Because again, be very careful of things back there. There's a whole bunch of really important software on the back wall. So please make sure that you just head to Conference Room C. Conference Room C is where we have all birthday and event and party things just to kind of contain it. So please be careful, be kind, don't get lost. Don't make me call security." And then the secretary does a buzz thing, to unlock the back door for you all.
Great. As we're walking through, I want to like check what the name on her name tag is.
The name on her name tag is Annie.
Okay, great. As we're passing, I'm going to tap her on the shoulder and just say, when we get the key to the city for saving the universe, I will make sure that Annie is the first person I thank. And we're gonna saucily jaunt through the door there.
That's great. She's just like she literally just goes back to typing. And that typing is kind of the last sound that you hear as the door closes behind you. The thing that hits you first in this kind of massive room that you enter full of cubicles and shared desks is the absolute lack of sound. This is the kind of place where, like, if you've watched like 9 to 5 or like a movie that takes place in a building with lots of shared office space, there'd be people chatting, people typing, people walking about. There is none of that. And when there is none of that happening, the silence becomes very, very prevalent. It's really kind of, so you came through a maze and now you're in more of a labyrinth, in where a maze you can go many directions. In a labyrinth you really only have one. So you have straight forward, you have to the left, and you have to the right. You can't see exactly what's happening on the other side of the room, but something is going on. There is some kind of thing on the other side of the room, but it's just far enough away you can't quite tell what it is. What direction has everyone going to go? Are you going to go straight, right, or left?
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yes.
I thought the city was kind of like abandoning itself because Ooze was attacking it. So I'm very confused why there's like still people doing their jobs in the fear of an imminent world-ending crisis.
She hasn't got the notice yet.
Yeah, Annie hasn't left her room all day, and so like when you said purple lightning, she's just like, okay, they're just really in character. She works at a telecommunications company. She gets like people trying to get jobs by dropping off donuts with resumes. She's like just not fazed by anything. Okay. She's like, I've got a job to do. I ain't leaving this desk for nobody for nothing. Your confusion is warranted and correct. Some people just really love their jobs, just like I love being a GM.
Felix is going to just kind of like head forward through the center, I think.
Okay. Jules, which direction are you going?
Jules is gonna follow the majority, I think. Oh, you said we don't hear anything, correct?
Yes, and the absence of sound is actually quite startling, because like there's always usually background sound. Absence of sound especially is very startling.
Could I do a perception check before I make that decision? Or an alertness roll before I make that decision? Okay.
You can always do an alertness roll.
17?
You get a 17. There are some people on the other side of the room. With a 17, you also notice that like you're not sure what they are. They're kind of like egg-shaped pillows at some of like someone has like a weird back support pillow, kind of shaped like an egg, which is kind of neat.
Ooh, that would look really nice in my room back at Ernie's. I bet that would be really comfortable to lay on. Right. We're not here to take pillows. I'm gonna go in the direction of the people, I think.
Okay. So whether you go left, right, or straight, you're all going the same direction.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's the direction I would like to go in. I would like to go wherever the people are.
Okay.
I wanna be.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Are you going in different directions?
You can go in different directions if you choose. You can all follow Felix and go straight. It will
I
just
missed
take
which
longer.
direction Jules was going.
Okay.
Which direction is she going? I missed that.
Was it to the left where the people are?
They're forward on in the back of the room, but it's a rectangular room, so whether you go left, right, or straight,
Okay.
you're going to meet them eventually. It's just
Okay.
how crowded do you want to be? It's like being at a church and it's got pews, and so you can either go up the middle or you can go left or right, but you're going the same direction.
Jules is gonna go the left route instead of following Felix down the center.
All right, and Link, what are you thinking?
There's 4 of us. So he's gonna look at Alex and go, "How about you stick with Felix? I'll stick with Jules. I don't think we should separate that much."
Okay, I'll go right
then. If we separate. Wait, what?
And I walk to the right.
All right. So Link, where as you're watching Ace go to the right, which direction would you like to go?
Okay, so how this is like a maze of cubicles, right?
A labyrinth is more of just a path. A maze is actually confusing. This is just monotonous and gray and sad. So you know what your destination is, yeah.
It is a labyrinth of cubicles, yes?
Yes.
All right, so there should be a nearby cubicle. I can stand on a desk and look out.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
totally
how
do that.
tall are the cubicles? Are they like tall enough to where like you can't see over them, or like what's the deal?
No, they come up to like just about chest height, so you can see all the way through the room. You just can't. It's just far enough away that none of you have binoculars, so you can't get a clear view of what's going on.
Well, you say chest height. Jules is short, so can she see over them? She's probably like 5'2".
You're on the verge of not being able to.
Okay, I figured as much.
You know she's gonna get lost because she can't see. You better follow her.
Yeah, he was thinking about doing that anyway. Because it was like, let's not split up too much, and then immediately goes the opposite direction.
We're all going to the same place, so we can all see each other. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Except me.
It's called if we get attacked, you might be too far away to support.
All I have to do is climb up on a cubicle.
Ugh. I'm going to follow Jules.
Ace, what is your evasion?
14.
Great, you're stunned. You know those egg pillows you saw, Jules? Yeah, those are eggs, and one of them, as Ace passes by, it cracks open, and there's a wave of sound. And Ace, you are stunned, and you're going to fall behind. So now you know that. And we're going to have... You've just all seen that happen, and you are about a third of the way across the room.
See, that's what I was talking about. This is why we should have been traveling in a small group.
See, I always live by left is right and right is wrong, and I ignored it.
Wait, what happened? And she's like standing on her tippy toes trying to figure out what's going on. What are you talking about?
One of the eggs exploded on him.
Oh, the pillows?
They're not pillows, they're actually eggs. Like, I saw, like, shards of shell go flying.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we should make our way that way and help him.
So maybe I should have told him to stay where he was, and then he might have listened. I don't know.
I really think he was going to do the opposite of what you asked him to do, regardless.
No, he was going to do what he wanted. And he's the one who's like, you're supposed to be the leader, and he's not going to listen? Like, what kind of messed up thing is that?
Well, we can figure that out later. Right now we need to go do something about these egg pillow things.
You said there are people in the back of this room?
There are no people yet. As you get closer, you think you see some people, but you can't quite tell why they are not, like, As you get closer, there does start to be some noise of like chatter and the sound of typing, but you can't. You're still just far enough away that you can't quite tell what's going on.
How big is this office?
It's a long office. It's literally one big office. It's a long office. It's longer than you think. The gray monotony of it actually kind of makes it longer in your mind. Ace, you are stunned, but you will eventually get over it. But we are going to do yes.
Oh, I was going to say Felix is going to see the people in the back of the room, I think.
Yeah.
And is going to, like, as he's walking towards them, I think he was kind of oblivious to the whole egg thing that just happened. Because he doesn't have any points in alertness, and he's kind of, he just kind of does what he wants, So,
are you still going straight?
Yes.
Okay.
But he was going to say something about how we're the Power Rangers and we're here to save you from the evil that is sure to enter your lives at any second, as he turns around and sees the egg explode and is like, oh, well, here we go.
Again, you are being ignored by the people that work in this building. And you're giving some good monologue, too.
I know. No one appreciates my talent.
No one appreciates the talent. Jules and Link, have you gone over to assist Ace?
No. He decided to go on his own, so he's going to go on his own. Link is being childish at this point. He thinks he's being justified, but now he's being childish.
Are you staying on the left?
Yeah, might as well. Though Link is going to keep an eye out for eggs. He doesn't want to see them explode on him.
Give me an alertness roll.
Okay.
Jules, are you staying at the left too, or having experienced a sound egg thing?
For now, she's going to stay on the left. She's trying to convince Link that we need to go help. Come on, we really should go over there and make sure he's okay. We're supposed to be a team, right?
All right. As you say, we're supposed to be a team. Link, you just see an egg right in front of both you and Jules, and if you had taken one more step, you would have actually cracked the egg.
Okay. He's gonna put out an arm to get her to stop. And then she's going to point at the egg. He's like, these things are scattered around. There's no way the workers haven't run into these. Are we sure these are actually workers?
No, I'm not really sure of anything anymore.
Yeah. Link is going to, take a couple of steps back. How big did the explosions for the other two, look?
It was kind of a personalized explosion. It only seemed to affect Ace, like it was trying to target Rangers that stepped in a certain space.
Okay, so Link is gonna pull out his blade blaster, and he's gonna shoot at the egg.
Great, give me that targeting.
Do we have communicators in our helmets?
Yeah, you can communicate with each other. It's just Alpha you can't communicate with right now.
That's fine. While Link is doing that, Jules is gonna go and say, hey, Mr. Fancy.
Not a 1 in targeting, no!
I have a question for you, Link.
His name is not Mr. Fancy anymore. It's
Get on the floor!
It's Bullseye.
And that's how we lost Felix from the game. That's how he quit.
I'm gonna, mostly because I feel like Link would be trying real hard to hit the egg. I'm gonna use a story point because he's too busy concentrating on actually hitting.
Yes. I mean, you did hit the egg. It just, the consequences are, apparent.
While he's doing that, Jules is gonna say, Mr. Fancy, watch out for the egg pillow things. They explode and hurt us. I think I think the other one is down.
So with that 6, you target it and it does explode. You are not fully stunned, but you do get like a little bit of blowback from exploding the egg because it is a proximity bomb essentially. And so you are not fully stunned, but you are yeah, Link, you're definitely like, whoa, that was a lot.
Wow, no wonder they got stunned. He even stepped back.
Felix, are you still charging forward?
After Jules's little message in my helmet, I'm gonna turn around to where they're look where they're at, and I'm gonna notice the explosion, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's what you meant by that. And then I mean, I would roll for an alertness to see if I see any, but I guess I'll do that.
Yeah. It
that
never
I don't
hurts.
run into them. Well, for me it might.
She does also say that they're not sure if the people back there are actually people.
Oh, okay. I got an 11.
You got an 11, which does actually meet the evasion of the monster that made them. And so you actually do see the one in the middle, and you can choose to interact with it, or you can choose to go to the left or the right to avoid it.
If I pick it up, will it explode on me?
I don't know.
Or is it only if they like step on them?
Up to you. There's
we're in an office. We're in an office, right?
You are in an office, yes.
Is there like a trash can around or something that I can put over the egg?
You can attempt that.
The explosion.
They are tiny trash cans, though. There is not a big enough trash can for the egg.
Oh, they're large.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did the people in the back of the room respond to both of those explosions at all?
Felix is the only one that is close to the people.
Okay, never mind.
Because they are further up, closer to the front of the room. And once Felix has decided, I will explain what Felix sees.
I'm gonna avoid the egg. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna avoid it, and I'm going to kind of look around and ready my blade blaster and say, oh, Mr. Monster Man, I know you're out there, and the Power Rangers are here to stop you, so you might as well show yourself before things get serious.
As if on command, the monster does appear, but only because they were busy and were not paying attention to you, which is what the eggs were for. It is.
Felix doesn't know that.
It is, yes. It is a giant camera pod monster. Let me give you a picture so you can see what it looks like. Let's show to players. Show to everyone. It looks like a giant TV station camera, and it is, you actually caught it mid-phase, and it's actually putting a body into a nearby computer terminal. And there are like 5 or 6 of these people, and you just hear them typing away fervently. And it looks like they're trying to hack into these unmanned computer terminals.
With like actual people that are probably like brainwashed?
Hard to say. All you can tell is that they were, is that the person that you saw was raided, teleported, brought in, something or other, by this giant mutant camera being. And we are actually going to have everybody roll me an initiative against Chimera Can.
As opposed to Chimera can't?
Yes. Chimera I can.
Felix got a 9.
Jules got a 15 somehow?
Neat. Alright. So, let's have you re-roll, Jules, because you got the same as the monster.
But I actually rolled really well that time.
And I can reroll. That's
No,
fine.
I'm kidding. I got a 9.
Okay. Well, you have to roll now because now you have the same as Felix.
16?
There we go.
Okay.
Redemption.
The camera monster goes, Mr. Ooze will be so grateful to have access to everyone. That's what he wants, and that's what I'm gonna do. As I put these. So, Jules, you got a 16.
I apparently got the same thing as the monster, so I'm going to reroll.
All right. Monster.
23.
Ooh, that's great. Link, you got a 23. And you hear power armor level 2 upgrade complete. So you have that now. Felix, you got a 9. Correct. And Jules, what did you get?
16.
Felix got a 9. All right, since I have a history of making so yeah, what did Ace get? Because you'll be behind, but I still want
14.
to have you got a 14. That's what it was. I was like, where is it? I was like, I knew I was missing somebody. Okay, so I have initiative all set. So for Ace, you'll be able to get there by sprinting. You just won't really be able to do anything for the first round of combat, but that's an option if you want it. We're going to do one round of combat probably before we end up going to break, but we're going to start with Link. Link, you can do it with your movement and you'll still be able to get there. Giant weird camera monster that apparently lays eggs.
Apparently. Okay, so yeah, charge the enemy. And then yeah, he's gonna do like one of those action movie like charging flying kicks.
Sure. Please give me. Are you doing a might kick or are you doing a finesse kick? A might kick.
He's doing a might kick because he's just trying to kick him as hard as he can.
All right, need a 13 or higher.
Okay. Nope. I got 10.
You got a 10. Not quite enough. But the cameraman kind of knows you are there now. Jules, it's technology run amok.
Okay.
Again, by the way.
Again. It never ends.
Am I close enough to see the people trying to hack the computers?
You are.
Okay. I need to get to the computers. Can you handle this? And she kind of calls out to Link and Felix.
Yeah, I got this.
Okay. Jules is gonna try to make her way to the computers to kind of see what's going on and see if maybe there's a way that she can unhook the people and maybe stop the camera from there. Maybe, I don't know, but she wants to run that way.
So you will run that way. What would you like to do exactly?
Once I'm over there, I think I want to probably maybe a technology roll to see if I can figure out exactly what's going on. Are the people like plugged in somewhere and like, or you know what I mean, like trying to figure out what's going on computer wise?
Give me an alertness roll, actually, because technology is more specific than that.
18.
Is Jules a Star Trek fan by any chance?
I'm gonna say no. Her dad is, so she knows of it, but it's not really like she's watched it with her dad, but it's not really her thing.
So, like, if you heard the term holodeck, you would have a vague idea of what it is.
Yeah.
So, as far as you can tell, the people that are manning these computers are that.
Okay.
When you like try to interact with them, they're both weird, fuzzy, and out of focus, not people, but they also have enough bulk that like you're actually having trouble moving them.
Okay. So they're not like actually plugged in anywhere.
No, not that you
Okay.
can tell.
Okay. Um do I see anything else as far as like on the computers themselves? Do I see what they're trying to hack into or anything like that?
They're just trying to hack into the computer.
The computer stuff. Okay.
They're literally trying to like break password for whoever was sitting here.
Okay. And none of them are succeeding, I'm assuming?
Not currently.
Okay.
Nope, not yet.
Okay. I don't know what else, if I can do anything else at this point.
So for me, a skill check like that is like a more like a free action. So you move. So I'll still give you some sort of standard action if you
Okay.
can think of something you want to do.
I mean, they're sitting at computers, right?
Yeah.
You could always try turning off the computers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I want to try to turn off the computers, I think.
Sure. Give me.
I have a specialization in computers under technology, if that makes any bit of difference.
It does not at the moment. I need you to give me a might roll for grappling.
Oh, crap. Okay. 19?
A 19 does it. You disconnect the computer. The person at it does not seem to notice that the screen has gone blank. They are still just typing away. Like they did not notice that happening.
I just want to say this is amazing tonight. On Monday night during my game, I rolled 2 back-to-back natural 20s to not fall off a cliff and die, and I have been rolling really well tonight, and it's making me very nervous.
I'm glad you have not fallen off a cliff and died, especially because I did not put a cliff in this episode. But wouldn't that be fun? I'm not going to write that down.
No, I can never. I don't think I can ever do that ever again. So yeah, when I turn off the computers, do the people react at all?
No, they don't.
Okay. And then I think I'm done for now. I'm just gonna kind of stay where I am.
Okay. So because you tried to kick them, Link, the camera can is going to try to kick you back. What is your toughness? How did they do? You might have a better toughness than 13, Link. All right. So they attempt to kick you, but they have like tripod legs, so it's not very crazy, sexy, cool. Ace, are you going to try to sprint to get up to catch up with the group? Are you going to try something else since you're in the room? What would you like to do?
Well, if I have to roll to sprint, then no.
You do not have to roll to sprint. It's just your move plus your standard, and it basically means you just get free actions for the turn. So.
Oh yeah, I'll just do that because I don't. I mean,
do you want to give me an alertness roll?
I failed because I'm not trained.
You never know. There you go. You got a 13. There are some really big, weird, old school style IBM big computer closet things. And beneath them are scattered a whole bunch of like blue cyber chips, I guess I will call them. I don't know what the words are because I'm not a computer person, but they look like they don't belong on the floor. And you do see that while everybody else is fighting. And then for the end of combat, we will come to Felix, and then we'll take a break. So, Felix, what would you like to do?
It's all up to me.
It's all up to you. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at Mr. Cameraman.
That's fair.
Yeah, let me do that. Shoot at the camera.
Is it a warning shot, or are you trying to like do actual damage?
I'd like to do damage.
Okay, so you need a 13 or higher.
I got a 17.
You got a 17. You shoot. Were you aiming for like?
I was aiming for like I was thinking like the lens. Yeah. I'm assuming that's how it sees.
You crack the lens and it goes, "Why, my beautiful lens? Oh, you're going to pay for that, Pink Ranger." And with that cry, we're going to go on our 10-minute break to build the tension of the combat scene. And when we get back, we'll find out what happens at the rest of the telecommunications / phone company building. Ta-da! We are back. Thank you for staying tuned to our amazing program. A bit of business before we begin the second half of this program. If you have a prize from the Streamathon that you have not claimed, please do get in touch with Isabits so that the little piece of the Streamathon still yet to be fulfilled can be fulfilled. And as we have learned from Amazon, if you're not fulfilled, are you really anything? So let's go back to Power Rangers Centurion, in which the Rangers face a Cameracan monster that looks like a camera of some kind, like one of those big old TV studio cameras. And we are back at the top of the round, and Link, you tried kicking it? Kicking it didn't do nothing? You want to try kicking it again?
The monster we're looking at is exactly like the image you sent us, right?
Yep, that is what it looks like.
Okay, where's that red tube going on his right shoulder?
It literally, so in the picture, it's like it's part of the plunger, so he's like holding it in his hand, essentially.
Okay. Alright, that's what I thought. It was just hard to tell.
Yes.
And that's a red light where the head should be, right?
That is, it's not currently blinking because it's not doing anything, but yes, that is a red light.
Okay, and the camera lens is just cracked, not broken?
It is just cracked, not broken.
Okay, I'm going to try and put my fist through the camera lens.
Please give me that bite roll. You must get a 13 or higher. That is
17.
A 17. You do damage. You do not break it fully, but you definitely hear a crack. And it's weird because when your fist pushes in, it's like a little gooey. So it's a little bit of an unsettling feeling. But you've done some damage. You hear the monster go, "Ah! What is wrong with you people? I'm just trying to do what I was told." Jules, you didn't see the punch, but the result of the punch was that the people at the computers started wavering a little bit. They're still doing their work, but the typing lessened for about half a second.
Okay, but the computers are still off, right?
One computer is off. You only unplugged one computer.
Okay. I want to unplug.
Because they were not all connected together.
Okay, I wanna
Yeah.
I wanna unplug the other computer.
Okay. If you want to go around unplugging computers, because there's like 6 computers, give me.
Are there people at each one?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently, one of them is off with a person at it.
Okay.
Give me. Give me athletics for this, actually.
Could I convince you to let me do finesse or acrobatics instead of athletics?
I will give you acrobatics because it is a maneuverability thing as you're kind of going down trying to unplug these computers.
Okay. Oh, I got a 4. It was either that or roll with a snag.
It's okay. I just thought that was funny.
It's literally the worst you could roll.
You kind of get trapped a little bit trying to get underneath. Like you decide, ooh, I can do this quickly. I can get to it one time, and you try to get underneath the cubicle area because you see there's a little bit of a lip, and you just don't quite wiggle through enough. And you're not like trapped. You're going to be able to get out, but like you're just kind of like stuck there. I will give you that your vision is such that you actually see what Alex sees, and you see those little like cyber microchips scattered on the ground behind the Chimera Can monster.
Okay. She does kind of yell, I think I'm stuck! I think I'm stuck! As she's like wiggling, trying to get out. But yeah, that's my turn.
It happens. It is the monster's turn. And because you have punched them, they are going to attempt to grapple you, Link.
Okay.
And they got a 5. I'm going to use a GM story point to re-roll that, because I believe I could do better.
GM story points.
But I need you to
do
not
better.
do that.
Yeah, we don't
I
want
know,
you to do
but
better.
I want to get in the habit of using GM story points to make this game spicier. That's a 12. That's still pretty low. So, no?
Link's lowest defense is his willpower at 13.
Okay.
Everything else is higher than that.
So you still didn't get caught in their grapple. But yes, I mean, people have gifted the GMs of Rem Alternis with these gifts, and if I don't use them, I'm gonna feel bad.
I was gonna say I don't want to remind you of that, but you do have your Patreon gifts that you can use.
Know. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Ace, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
I am going to ignore the camera monster and go check out the chips.
Okay. Do you want to pick them up? Do you want to examine the weird IBM closet, ancient dinosaur technology computers in the back? What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to pick them up and probably notice that there's slots in the old IBM things where they're supposed to go. But
yes, I'm not going to make you roll for that because it's very obvious. Do you want to put them into the slots?
Only if I can figure out which one goes where.
That is fair, and to figure that out, I want you to give me a technology roll.
It's not my turn, but can I lend assistance to him since I'm good at technology?
It does not have to be your turn in order to lend assistance, and you are within reach, so you can do that. So please give me that technology roll with lend assistance. Is that a shift up or an edge? I can never remember. I wrote it down and I still can't remember.
I have the book. Hold on. It may take me a minute to look it up though, and I don't remember.
Let's say it's an edge, and if I'm wrong, as I am about so many things, I'll just say I'm wrong.
And I'm betting morphing grid technology doesn't apply.
It does not, but roll it. roll it with your specialization, anyways.
Just either grants an edge or a shift up.
Okay. Let's do an edge. An edge is spicier. That's 16. There are 6 slots. The chips themselves are labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. And so it stands to reason that they go in that order. So if you'd like to spend your turn putting chips into the IBM-styled computers, you can totally do that.
Yep.
That sounds like a good plan. Felix, it is your turn.
I feel like we're really close to defeating this monster.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? They could be like 16 health. Who knows? They're not 16 health, but still.
I'm gonna. Excuse me. I'm going to target his camera lens again. This time I'm going to use a PowerPoint to use my volley shot, which gives me 2 shots of damage, I think.
Yeah.
That's how that works. I got a 6. Damn,
6
what a waste of a
not...
PowerPoint.
But interestingly enough, as you're doing that, the monster was trying to create an egg, so you actually hit the egg as it's being created through their lens, and so you actually stun them. I'm gonna give you that. So you didn't do any damage, but you kept them from moving, which is nice. Not for them, but for you. Link, it is your turn. The monster tried to give you a big old bear hug. They failed.
Okay. I mean, punching him seems to work. And as long as I can keep him busy, Jules can do what she set out to do.
Great.
He hasn't heard from the Black Ranger. He's like, so, Black Ranger, where are you? And then he's going to go ahead and punch the lens again. He's still trying to break it.
Great. Please do give me that might roll. You're more used to the weird gelatinous innards, but it's still kind of creepy. You need to get a 13 or higher for an achievable punch.
21.
A 21 does punch very well. You punch, the monster is not quite down, but they do not feel good. Jules, what would you like to do?
Have any of the people got the password correct? Or I'm on the ground, so I wouldn't know. Never mind. Did anything happen when Ace started putting the things in the slot? Sorry, words are hard.
Not that you can tell from where you're at.
Okay.
I will say that none of the holograms, for lack of better terminology, have acknowledged that they glitched out of existence for half a second. Like, they're not speaking, even though they have human faces. They're just typing and trying to break into the computer system.
Okay. And Ace looks like does he look like he needs help doing that?
You can't quite tell, but it seems like Ace has got a handle on it.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to unplug. Can I unplug the computers from where I'm at? On the ground?
You can't unplug all of them. There is no, like, master plug, but you can get a couple more.
Okay.
And you're feeling pretty good about the direction it's going. So, actually, give me a might. We're going to treat this like a grapple roll to see if you can get, like, 2 computers off at once.
Does a 7 do anything?
7 is not quite enough. You get 1, but not 2. I'll give you 1 for a 7.
Oh, okay. Can I use, hold on, I have Can I use my copper gift? Oh no, that's never mind. I already rolled it. Never mind. I thought that was something else. Okay, I'll unplug one of them and then I'll be done.
I will say you do hear in your helmet. Give me a second, and I'll tell you what you hear in your helmet. You hear willpower and smarts level 2, power armor upgrade achieved. Level 2 upgrade imminent.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, and it is the monster's turn. They're not having a very good time. They are going to attempt to just like, they're kind of flailing about, trying to hit anything they can at this point, which really is, Link is the only one in range for that, so. That's a 6. And I can't reroll any of that because it's not a 1. And we're also in the same scene. So it doesn't hit because they're wildly flailing about. Ace. The board, as you put in the final chip, it does spring back to life, and you see a whole bunch of stuff go beep, and you see a whole bunch of lights, and it's like blue across the board now. That seems good. You hear the Camerican kind of go, no, now I have to remove those again, stupid ranger.
Sorry, I'm really not. Oh, by the way, I'm over here playing chips or something there, red guy. I guess I will go assist in the beatdown.
Sure. How would you like to try to beat down the Camerican?
A forearm to the back.
Great. Please give me that forearm to the back. We'll see if you Camerican finish them off.
Hey, a critical success.
A critical success. That is a 17. You bring a forearm to their back and you unplug like a hose from their back of them as you chopping them. And you saw the jackhammer do this. You saw the street light that was the emergency beacon monster do this. Somehow indoors in this enclosed space, it's worse and weirder. As you see this television studio camera, you see black goo kind of melt off of it and dissolve into the carpet and away, and it goes still. And Jules, from where you're sitting, you just see a whole bunch of feet disappear as the sound of the room goes completely silent.
What just happened?
Because there's no one typing at computers anymore. All the holograms disappear at the same time.
What did you guys do?
I hit him in the back.
Oh, good job.
I kept punching him in the camera lens.
Of
Thanks,
course, we should have just unplugged him. Ugh.
I was trying to
the camera lens, by the way, the camera lens on the television studio camera is completely shattered now. Now that it's like a camera again.
So why is there a TV camera at the phone place?
Because he also has control of the camera station, or
which is
TV
not
station?
here.
Are we still in combat?
You are no longer in combat.
Okay. Jules would like to go over to one of the computers that's still on, and look around to see if somebody has like their username and password written down.
Not here. If you would like to do an alertness to see if any of the how's your infiltration?
Not great. Could I do my technology with computers specialization to just try to break into the computer?
You can. I was going to say if you wanted to try, one of the bosses probably has it on a sticky note. But if you just want to like try to hack into the system, like.
I do,
Force
actually.
your
And
way in.
I would like to use one of my Ernie Copper gifts to get a shift up on it, if I can.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Thank you, Lottie.
Hacker Jules. Hacker Jules.
Hacker Ranger.
Just don't hack us back in time.
That's a 23. Hooray! Yeah, so whoever's computer this is, their password is password123. They try to be fancy by adding a exclamation mark to the end of it, and that never works in anyone's favor. You even have time if you want to write out a little sticky note going, reinforce your password, you totally can. Unfortunately, there's not much to find. You do connect to the network, but even with a 23, you would need to... this is a GM thing, is that I don't know exactly what you'd see other than like Windows programs for telecommunications. So are you looking for something specific? Because then I can tell you if you found anything specific.
Her first thought is she's trying to figure out what they would have been, if there's anything on here that's important enough that they would have been after, because they were trying to hack into these computers. So her first thought isn't necessarily that she's looking for something special. She's just trying to figure out if there's something important on here that would be important to Ooze.
So there is something important here. You're surfing through the programs, and there are some manuals for what to do. Like when your satellite telelink goes down, there are manuals about underground cables. Basically, this is how the phones of Centurion Ridge aren't just fancy bricks.
Okay. Is there anything that Jules can do?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
While you're thinking about how to word this, is there a map of the city's like cabling, like where the phone lines are running, where they have like major stations to boost signal, stuff like that?
There is in the computer. I will just give you this for free. It is basically essentially the same grid as how the streets run. And so it's all kind of like you have street level, then you have like cables that have like a grid thing, and then underneath that is like the sewers. And so it's basically, as the town built up, they built cables underground in a way where, unless there was like the most catastrophic car accident ever, that they would be safe.
That's pretty normal, actually.
Is there a way from here? Is there a way that Jules would be able to, I guess, lock the system so that nobody else can get into it, so that Ooze can't get the information?
You can't lock the system, but you can reboot its encryption.
Okay.
And the rebooting encryption will mean it will be very difficult for anyone with the previous encryption to get into it, which is a good assumption that's what Ooze has.
Okay. When she does this, and I am not a computer person, sorry, Elizabeth does not know computer stuff, so this may be a really dumb question.
I'm making this up too, so you're fine.
Awesome.
I know what's supposed to happen, but it's also, I'm basing this on what I found out from the Epcot ride when I was there when I was 11. So,
Fair enough.
who
Gotcha.
knows?
All right. When I do reboot the system and do all of that, is there a way that I can add a master password to it so that nobody but me can get into it for now?
No, that is not
Okay.
something you can do. That is above this terminal's pay grade. I will say,
Could I do it
when
from
you
somewhere
do,
else?
You would need to infiltrate and hack into a supervisor's terminal, and you just have to start breaking into offices in order to do that. And with a television studio camera in the phone company, it may take more time than it's worth.
Okay.
If you really want to mess it up, just upgrade Windows.
true.
I mean, just update it. It'll crash on its own. Don't worry about it.
Close to home.
So yeah, she will.
Say,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
When you do reboot the encryption, the wall of like IBM supercomputers in the back goes from blue to green. And you all hear over your headsets, Rangers, can you hear me? I'm finally able to break through. You must have defeated what was ever going on. Aye. I don't know if this will work perfectly all the time, but it's a good start.
Yep.
Sure, yeah, I can hear you, strange person.
That was Alpha's voice, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not good at the Alpha voice.
No, but Jules doesn't really know, so she's...
Yes. Okay. Yeah, so there is a television studio camera here that was a TV monster that was hologramming, Star Trekking people to try to break into the encryption to take over the telephone company. That is what you know currently.
We're going to have to hit the TV station next. It's going to be a lot more protected.
I wonder if that's where their like base of operations is at, since the camera monster showed up here.
Which means there should be a radio or a phone monster there.
I could do 2 monsters in one day.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we
guess this
can,
is
but can our armor do it?
Oh, I don't know how long we've been morphed for.
Not 12 hours.
Did this reset... Can we use our cell phones now?
Your cell phones are still not working, and
Okay.
you will find out why.
Okay.
If you leave the building, you'll find out why.
I kind of don't want to leave the building now.
You cannot currently use your cell phone.
What about landline?
You can try a landline.
Once she reboots everything and she can hear Alpha's voice in her head, she's going to jump up and run to the landline and call her parents' house.
There is no answer. You do get the signal, the dial tone signal, like lines are busy.
Great.
Yep, just like that.
She just kind of drops the phone down. Great.
So should we head back to the base, or should we go to the TV company?
I feel like we should head back to base and not risk the suits going out on us midway through the TV station.
We need to stop and get Leia first.
You do know we could always just demorph and save the batteries and remorph when we get there.
Yeah, but we still don't know how long they're going to last, even if we do that. And
it'll last longer than walking through town in our suits.
And it'll maybe make us less of a target if we come across anything weird. If we're in street clothes.
Then in bright rainbow colored superhero outfits?
Yeah. Is there anything else Jules can do from here to protect the system? Or has she done everything?
You've done everything.
Okay.
This is the low-level cubicle farm from the stuff they haven't yet sent offshore to save the CEO a lot of money.
Okay.
Is there anything else in this area that we should be looking for, or did we complete our task?
You have completed your task. I will also let you know that there is not a path that's straight from here to the TV station, so you'd have to go back by Leia and back by Ernie's anyways. Because of how the mall is constructed, it cut off the only access road that would let you get straight from here to where the TV station would be anyways.
All right, Felix is going to demorph and start headed towards the door, and is just going to be like, let's go pick up our yellow friend and head back to Ernie's.
Wait, what about the woman? You're just going to walk by the woman not in your outfit that you walked by her in?
We'll go out the back door.
Did you forget about Annie?
Did I forget about Annie?
She's okay.
Just not care.
Annie's okay.
Something tells me she's not going to notice us leaving the building.
She would have, but there is a side door you can go through. The thing about it is the
side door.
When you leave the telecommunications building, the sky is turned pitch black, and it is hard to see. Even just next to each other, and Alpha comes over your headsets and goes, "Aye, Rangers, are you outside yet? You have to be careful if you're outside. It seems like there's some storm brewing, caused by the shadow of the morphing grid that Ooze is trying to gain control of, along with other things in town. Are you all okay?"
Yeah, we
hear that because he doesn't have his helmet on.
It's true. Are you just like hands in front of your face in the darkness?
It's so dark outside you can't see anything.
It's getting there, especially if you're not morphed.
Okay, can we just strike the fact that I demorphed?
I'll let you remorph so you can actually hear this conversation. Would anyone like to respond to Alpha?
Yeah, Link will. Yeah, we're outside. That would have been nice to know. We stopped him from taking over the phone company.
Yes, I noticed that. Congratulations. We have communications. I've been able to coordinate with one of the phone satellites, and so I'll be able to communicate with you, which is really good. But it seems like there's something happening with the weather. Ivan is kind of known for creating storms when they're mad. That's the whole lightning thing. So it's probably is it fairly dark where you're at right now?
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay, I wasn't sure this was going to happen, but it's pretty dangerous though. I have an idea that I would like to propose. Only one of you can take me up on this, but I'll explain the idea if you'd like, and it'll help you get around in the darkness.
What's your idea?
Okay, so as you get stronger as Rangers, you're going to have opportunities. I don't know if has anyone heard like armor upgrade, power upgrade? Has anyone heard that in their helmet?
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, everyone eventually will as you use your smarts and your confidence. And as you make wise decisions based on your spectrum color, you'll start to be upgraded in your armor, and you'll gain abilities that you don't yet possess. And so some of those are called grid powers, and some of them are called general perks. That's what some of the other different Rangers like to call them, so that's what I call them too. Zordon has a fancy name for them, but I can never remember. And so, because I'm so far away, what I've been working on trying to do while I was trying to get in touch is we have a power here called illumination, and so I can give it to one of you, but it is pretty advanced. So you would give up your first general perk, like you wouldn't be able to choose it. It basically would be chosen for you. But if you do this right now, it's a little more powerful than illumination usually is, because I'm messing a little bit with the grid for their benefit. But it'll mean in the dark, you'll always have a light to be able to see. and it does increase your power to hit things when you're illuminated, because it works with the power of someone who is punching or kicking an enemy. So if one of you don't have to do this, but if one of you would like to be illuminated so you can safely get on your way, we can try this and see if it'll work. I'm not 100%, but there's no harm done if it doesn't. But if it works, it can help you. It can help you see to get home.
So just to be clear, this would so my perk for level 2 was Fleet of Foot.
Yeah.
Which was my movement increasing by 10 feet while morphed. So what you're saying is I would essentially give that up for this illumination power?
No, you'd be giving up. So illuminate in the actual book, I want to make sure I get this right because I missed this last time. Illuminate is where is it? They alphabetize this and I can never find anything. Illuminate.
I think that's a grid power.
Is it a grid power? Yeah, it's a grid power. So basically, you would be giving up.
I would be giving up volley shot for this.
No, you would be giving up your first chosen grid power after this.
Oh, I'm not giving up anything. I'm choosing this as my first.
Yeah,
grid
you're
power.
choosing it in advance, but then you don't get a choice of something else.
Don't get one later. Okay. Is anybody thinking about taking it?
I mean, I don't really punch or kick anything, so I don't know that it would be as useful for me.
Be beneficial for you to have that, right? Link or Ace?
I haven't heard an upgrade ding yet, so no.
Oh, that's right. You don't have an upgrade. Link?
You can take it if you want to. You don't have to have upgraded yet in order to take Illuminate if you want it.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, I mean, I'm asking if you want to. I'll take it.
I'll do it.
You want it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. All I'm really good for once fighting starts is to punch them. So.
Is it just melee attacks, or is it like any sort of attack?
In the book, it's illumination illuminates a space, and it just has melee attack.
Melee attack.
It just helps in melee attack.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not a melee fighter, so take it.
Yeah. I mean, but the only thing I was good at before this whole thing was I've got halfway decent talent at martial arts. Beyond that, so I'll do it.
Okay. If everyone is okay with that, we'll do that for Link then. So you get Illuminate, and you're essentially getting it early. So when you get to the upgrade where you get your first grid power, you've now chosen it. I will let you know that because you've chosen this early, you actually will get to do it twice, where Illuminate as a normal grid power, you only get it spending power points. You actually get it an extra time without having to spend a power point.
Cool.
Yeah. So you get Illuminate. Illuminate in this case also means as you're going back to pick up Leia and going back toward Ernie's, you don't have any snags because you have a ranger that's helping to literally light the way. I will say that it does take you quite a bit to get back just because it's dark and you're looking out for tangas or lightning. Ooze does send some purple lightning down, but it's not like with aim to strike you. It's more to make you afraid. If that works, is there anything that anyone wants to notice or do as you're heading back to Ernie's?
I'll roll an alertness just to, say I did.
Sure. You can always roll alertness.
I will do that as well.
3. I figured it would.
You get a 3. It's dark. That's what you notice, the darkness.
Link is going to want to take a detour at some point.
That
Jules
is
got a
fine.
17.
Jules, with your 17, you recall that Ernie said that they have their own generator. And so you're actually not noticing what's there, but the absence of it is that people like have candles in their windows. People have basically turtled in their homes trying to not draw attention to themselves. Essentially. You do come across a grocery store if anybody wants to do some light shopping to get food.
In the dark.
Yeah, that's the stop Link was going to make was for food.
And you're doing it early enough that nothing has like started to like go bad in the refrigerated area.
What are these people doing? Are there people in the grocery store like working?
No,
it's pitch black outside.
No,
Okay.
no one is there. So
We're looting.
You're looting. Well, you're not looting. You're rangers. You're grabbing sustenance that you would need. This is an emergency situation, so it's not like you're just like bandying about a roving raider rangers.
I mean, yeah, let's grab some supplies, I guess.
Yeah.
I will say Jules
Link
feels
is-
bad for it, so Jules will leave money on the counter because she feels bad for just taking it.
You are able to grab your like wallet out of the void, so you can leave some money. They won't notice, but like yeah. So this is it's not the most comprehensive place, but they will have what you need as you head back to Ernie's. I will say that we're getting close to the 2-hour mark as you get back to Ernie's, so we can begin the next part of the adventure if you'd like, or we can pause here and we can go forward, and you can rest. You can try to communicate with Alpha. You can talk with Ernie if you want to, if you have any questions about Centurion Ridge, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So what do you want to do?
I think we should wait to do all that for Leia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Link, by the way, is stealing like a grocery cart to like take all of their stuff with him. So he's going to trundle down the street as the Red Ranger pushing a grocery cart.
With Illuminate on, which, because this is a special circumstance, it's going to last longer, but in future, Illuminate doesn't last as long, so you will have to roll for it if you wanted to extend out what it normally lasts at, but this is like a special circumstance, early grid power thing anyways. So yeah, does anyone have any questions for Ernie? Even if you're small town roots and you've lived in Centurion Ridge your entire life, Ernie might actually have information potentially, or would be helpful in some way. I will say, as an ally, you can choose to reveal yourself as a ranger, and I'll say this out of GM, that if you end up revealing yourself to Ernie for whatever reason, it's not going to be a ding against you. Because all Ernies are good/neutral territory in the Ranger universe. It's a whole family of allies. They just don't know it, or maybe they do. It's hard to say.
I don't think there's anything Jules wants to ask yet, but
That's nothing to Ernie specifically, but Link's going to make sure he gets the stuff that he needed to make those brownies.
You didn't want to use the Pamplemousse LaCroix to make brownies?
No. Though he is going to... Yeah, he's giving that to Felix. He is going to actually, like, talk to the group on the way back with Leia present, so it's something that we can discuss in the beginning. He's like, so we're going to be in close proximity with Ernie a lot. Are we going to be able to hide this from him? I mean, I'm not confident in my
the
skills,
man
honestly.
is very trustworthy. I don't know why. I don't know. Felix is gonna kind of divert his gaze to Ace, considering Ace has more experience of being a ranger than the rest of them do. So he's just gauging to see what everyone's opinion is on the subject.
We're not supposed to.
Okay. I guess we could always ask the red robot. I cannot remember that robot's name.
Well, he told us we weren't supposed to.
Yeah, but extenuating circumstances?
I think we should
How
just.
about we forego telling him now, and maybe in the future?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just do our best to keep it a secret from everybody, and if something happens that he finds out, we'll deal with it then. But right now we have enough going on that we should just keep it a secret for now.
Okay. I figured we should talk about it before we got back.
By the way, once you actually do get into the pawn shop, because there's no, like, unless you're going to shimmy up the fire escape, there's no, like, secondary entrance. You have to go through the pawn shop to get back up to your little loft spaces. Freddie was out getting groceries and is kind of sad that that you didn't need the van. And he just got, like, rows upon rows of, like, cup of noodle soup, and, like, fruit roll-ups and, like, big gallon jugs of water, because he did not know what you would need. And he said it was just a heck of a thing. There was just nobody out. I couldn't even get dinner breakfast burritos. Wow, you all went out shopping too?
It was a target of opportunity on the way back.
Oh, okay. You're all very fearless, running about a city that's apparently going to dark hell. Is what's going on, I guess.
We were in a larger group, I guess. They didn't mess with us.
Well, that's nice. I figure if I have to, I'll just, like, ram at them with the van's very sturdy, and if it's not, I can fix it. But yeah. So Freddie looks upon your group with a tinge of envy, and that is where we're going to end tonight's adventure, with you having liberated the telecommunications satellite and phone company from Ivan Ooze's grasp. And apparently now, next episode, you'll have to head toward the TV station. If anybody does try their TVs in the interim in the apartment, things have not changed. If anything, they've gotten just a little bit worse, but we'll find out about that next time on Power Rangers Centurion. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and for now and always, may the power protect you.